Hey guys, like everyone and their pet iguana, I love Mortal Kombat. It's one of the greatest fighting games of our generation. Now, I, a complete and total Mortal Kombat fan, am willing to admit that this series has had some hiccups in the past. Very big hiccups, and no hiccup can comprehend the idea of Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe. Now, picture this for me for a second. What games do you imagine Mortal Kombat ever crossing over with? And what are the fictions that Mortal Kombat is least likely to... Yeah, Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe. Now let that title sink in for a little bit because it pretty much speaks for itself. I personally don't blame Midway or Netherrealm Studio or whoever was behind the actual making of the game. I blame Warner Brothers. They bought out Midway before they went bankrupt, and they have all creative rights to the DC Universe. This wasn't much of Midway's idea, as was it Warner Brothers' idea. Hey, popular gaming franchise, popular comic book franchise. Put them together and boom! It can't fail. It can't fail. I won't say anything about the game because you all have played it and you all have your personal opinions about it. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them eh. But I'm just going to say this is the pure example of a video game made by the publishers, not the developers. And don't get me wrong, there's some shitty developers and some really nice publishers out there, wherever they may be. But this is what happens when someone in power gets an idea. And fans everywhere, Mortal Kombat fans, DC fans alike, we both knew this was a stupid idea. So people, let's ask ourselves the big question. What are games Mortal Kombat capable of crossing over with? Well, first off, you gotta look at Mortal Kombat's competition. You got Street Fighter, Tekken, King of Fighters, Virtua Fighter, Fatal Fury, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Skullgirls, the list goes on, people. See, Mortal Kombat could probably cross over with every single one of these games, but now we have Mortal Kombat 2011. Yeah, that long list of games Mortal Kombat can cross over into, it gets a whole lot smaller. We can all bitch and moan about how much we want to see Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and trust me, I think that's a fucking awesome idea. The sad thing is, nobody wants to see Chun-Li go through this. Yeah, so it's a pretty painful idea. So we can pretty much axe all the games that have pretty much the same school of thought as Street Fighter. As a matter of fact, we can pretty much axe every single Japanese developed fighting game there is. Which is pretty much every fighting game there is. Because really, once you start making things like this, the idea of Scorpion versus Sephiroth flees immediately. So I guess we have to pretty much rely on Western developed game. And we can all agree that there's going to be an excessive amount of gore that's going to come up in the meeting. So we can pretty much wire everything down to M-rated games. And to make this list even shorter, let's axe all the shooters and all the sandboxes. What else is there left? RPGs? Yeah, let's axe those too. Hack and slashes and horror. Okay, Mortal Kombat has taught us that horror and hack and slashes make for good guest character, but we're gonna axe them anyway, because really, if you have to spend more than 10 seconds thinking about a character roster, then you might as well not think about it at all. Same goes for stealth, puzzle, platformers. Wow, we don't really have much of a category to select from, do we? Come to think of it, there is one game I think that can cross over at Mortal Kombat, but I can't really recall what it is. I think it was a fighting game, maybe? No, nothing's coming to mind. Well, I guess there's really nothing that can cross over with Mortal Kombat. Wait, what was that? Yes, this is what we're looking for. This is what we want. And this is straight up Netherrealm's alley. And look at the roster of characters. Everything's so extreme and dynamic and everywhere. And the gore. Oh, it's beautiful. So beautiful. Who are the developers of this? Platinum Games? Oh, forget what I said about Japanese studios. Yeah, these guys are straight up their ballpark. What else were they famous for? Holy shit. Yes, we found it. We have a winner. We have a winner. Yes. Yes, we have a winner. Alright, Netherrealm, Ed Boon, if you want to start making crossovers, you gotta get in contact with these people. They know exactly what you want. They're not afraid to do this to their well-established characters. In conclusion, Netherrealm Studios. If you want to wow us with a spectacle of this caliber, then you have to get creative. Stop taking ideas from Warner Brothers. Look for development teams that want your attention, that are welcome to have you on board. Do a crossover event that won't piss off two parties. Please. Make a game with a level of awesome that we will not forget for many years to come.
Can't stop running!
Or you can take that shit. Yeah, fucking whatever.